It's not every day that I talk about a Matoran on this channel, but Dekar, he's a special exception. This legendary little hero packs a punch for being such a small set. So let's take a closer look, and we'll see why I think this set is pretty great. We'll also check out the parts selection that comes in this set, and see how you can use the pieces to build your own stuff. And I want to highlight not one, not two, but 3 revamps of this little guy. How can he be built better? Let's find out. Man, I like Dekar. It's so nice that LEGO gave us a gorgeous Keat orange recolor of this fantastic mask. It is a beauty in silver when it came on Noric, but honestly, this new recolor, I dare say it's the best this mask has ever looked. And I'd also dare to say that the Mahri Matoran design that appeared across Dekar, Deflak, and a few other characters as well, I think it might be my favorite Matoran body frame ever. Like we see on Dekar, it's wonderfully posable, and I like that you can put the Zamisphere launcher on the upper arm, or you can remove it. It doesn't really affect it if it's there or if it's not. It also boasts a nice amount of customization. These Mahri Matoran have some different types of hands. They've got a blade, they've got claws. It's a good way to spice it up a little bit. They even had wires flowing through their armor and linking onto their heads. So yeah, okay, look, the customization isn't like game changing, it doesn't do a huge amount of change. But I don't know, the 4 examples we got of this Matoran frame, they gave us really expressive, exciting characters, and each one came with a really bold color scheme and some pretty looking masks. I just think they're neat. And playing around with them makes me want to build more. I think that's a sign of a good set. Dekar is also like a perfect mix of cute and cool. And not for nothing, Keat orange and dark green, when you put Deflak and Dekar together, they look so great. The colors just work. Dekar really captured my imagination as a child. And, you know, that's the sign of a good toy, right? That's what it's meant to do. But how would Dekar look if we revamped him? Let's take a look at 3 awesome redesigns of this character. And then, we'll dive into how you can use the part selection of this set. First off, we have Anthony Wilson's revamp, and this is good. It's impressive how much detail he was able to cram into such a small space. That's always the challenge with the Matoran, isn't it? Like the torso, for example. Anthony has made use of some of these Nexonite shield pieces, aligning 2 of them and angling them into a bit of a breastplate. Gosh, that looks good. The more unarmored, thinner limbs, that's also a pretty good look. I don't know what it is about like spittly designs like that. It just it looks good on a Bionicle, doesn't it? It's nice that the hands that stem off of these black pistons, they look very similar, but there's a little slight change. The introduction of this element here allows these claws to be pincers. Now Dekar could actually grab onto stuff. He couldn't really do that before. Practically, this just makes a lot of sense. The redesigned Zamisphere launcher also looks great. They're making it look like a bit of a silver mechanical hand. Interesting. It reminds me a bit of Nuparu Anika, specifically his look in the Bionicle Heroes game. They didn't really give him that shoulder-mounted Zamisphere launcher, they just kind of combined it with his claw hand. But it looks cool, right? I guess this is kind of riffing off of that, to some degree. The next revamp of this set is Hydraxon. Now, okay, if you know the lore for this character, this is technically Dekar. Technically. Because he ends up transforming into Hydraxon. It's kind of a weird thing in the story because Dekar becomes Hydraxon, but there is technically another Hydraxon that is not Dekar. It's confusing. Especially because when you see them side by side, they don't really look alike at all. So I really appreciate the effort to add in a bit of yellow. It's not a lot, the silver and the black is still very much the dominant color. But thankfully now you don't lose any essence of who Dekar was, and you don't lose anything of who he's become. Yeah, I see this as an awesome reminder. If you're going to be revamping Dekar, or Hydraxon, try to inject elements of either version into the one MOC. Could your Hydraxon have some yellow? Could your Dekar revamp have a bit more silver? I mean, how would he look if he was wearing Hydraxon's mask? That's something to think about. And finally, this is Bug Sign by Biohalcas. So not Dekar at all, he just has the same mask. But yeah, hey, if you're looking for ideas for how to make a Titan Dekar, this kind of fits the bill. We can still get some inspiration from this. First things first, the mask. Attaching that triangular slicerfoot piece on the front of the face. That's an excellent way to bulk it up a little bit more and to customize it, you know? It's funny, the face kind of gives off some subtle Darth Vader vibes. And an element of that is because, well, there was actually a Darth Vader set that used a similar technique for the mouth. I always like seeing masks that get buffed up a little bit, armored up, extended, customized, however you want to put it. It looks good. Now, it's not every day that you see a Bionicle MOC with 3 arms. This asymmetrical design looks great. And how about that larger weapon as well? Check out the way that it opens up. And using those Ultra Build lightsaber bars in trans red, so it looks like it's firing lasers? Dope. Biohalcas is a master at making character designs that just have a little something extra to them. I find that every creation he makes always includes some sort of quirk or feature, and it's something that you've just never seen before on a Bionicle. If you haven't looked at more of his stuff, you should. But for now, as promised, here's ideas for how you can use the pieces that come in this set. Dekar's wonderful mask is where we're going to start, and Dylan Meaves uses 2 of them on a sublime revamp of Kitongu. Yeah, they're right here on the shoulders. I like that the cheekbones of the mask add a little bit of extra heft to the torso. And the back of the mask kind of flowing down into the arms, that just looks very visually pleasing. This is wonderful. Dekar also includes some lovely black arm elements. But why use them as arms? Why not use them for lower legs? My Snail Eats Pizza has done that and it looks swell. The natural bend of these pieces adds in a nice sense of motion and energy to the character. They look very mobile and athletic. I think it's a great touch. If you're building a kind of speedy character with a lot of movement and mobility, use these pieces. Over to that silver torso armor. If you're planning on making something big, then perhaps you can take some notes from this MOC by Torrent Axe 97. We got these pieces on the waist, we've got them on the legs. They slot in quite nicely. Maybe you could do the same thing. Over to these Mahri Matoran blades. Biohalcas uses them as kind of 2 larger fangs in this big sea of teeth. How good's that? Funnily enough, this isn't the face on this MOC. It's actually a larger part of the shoulder armor. So if you want to see that full MOC, check the links below and check out what Biohalcas can do. I'm telling you, man, he has good MOCs. Really good MOCs. And finally, these silver feet elements. Librarian Bot uses these pieces in a way that makes me smile. Cause look at that. It's the perfect little emu beak. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? That might be the best use of this piece I've ever seen. Nice part use. Well, that's Dekar. And that's the pieces that come in this set, and that's ideas for how you could revamp him. Yay! Again, check those links below if you want to get even more inspiration and see more creations from the people I featured. Thanks for watching, guys, happy building, and bye for now. I played with Kalmar, Dekar, and Deflak for like a solid 2 months every day after school. It was the best.